My name is Elizabeth Wrigley-Field. I'm an assistant professor in sociology, also part of the Minnesota Population Center. I'm a mortality demographer. I try to understand differences in how long people live, where those differences are coming from, and what meaning they have in our lives. And so a lot of my work is about racial inequality in how long people live, both in the modern United States and also in our history. Some of my research right now is looking at the 1918 flu, the differences in how that flu affected different racial groups and where those were coming from, and if we can learn anything about them for the COVID pandemic today. I'm so excited about the collaboration between these different colleges. I think we have so much to learn from each other. And I really like the framing of thinking about environmental justice and pandemics together. I work in health related fields, and those are topics that we don't usually put together in my experience. But I think actually there's a lot we can learn, for example, about how the exposures that people get at work expose them to viruses, but also to all kinds of other environmental toxins and how that structures inequalities in what people's lives are like. So I think there's a lot that all of us could learn from being in this dialogue together. I hope that we'll get some new ways of thinking about these really broad themes. So environmental justice, pandemics, and equity. My own recent work on pandemics has actually changed the way I think about racial inequality, not just in pandemic times, but in normal, non-pandemic times. That's something I'm going to talk about on the panel. And I'm interested to learn from everyone else about how their own thinking is changing in this time that is kind of upending a lot of our assumptions.